Hey everybody, it's Larry, Wes, and Mike with another virtual edition of Three Things. Wes, you are up.
Well, Larry, we are firmly in the NFL offseason now, and most of the questions have been answered on the Packers roster. One lingering one, though, is how they're going to proceed at nickel cornerback. Going into the NFL draft, Brian Gutekunst said they'll revisit whether or not to re-sign Tramon Williams or some other veterans down the road. There's going to be time to assess that. They also talked very glowingly, though, about some internal candidates already on the roster, namely Chandon Sullivan, the undrafted free agent who signed last May by the Packers, ended up making the 53-man roster, then carved out a spot for himself in the dime defense. A lot of nice measurables coming out of Georgia State, but just didn't have much buzz. And now here he is, going into an uncertain offseason, but certainly one that could be filled with a lot of opportunity for that very young cornerback.
Thank you, Wes. And Mike, what is your thing?
Well, I know I spoke a lot in the lead up to the draft about what the Packers' opponents in the NFC North were going to do, and the big story along those lines is the Minnesota Vikings drafted 15 players, the largest draft class in the history of the 7-round NFL draft. They lost a lot of players in free agency, and for salary cap reasons, they traded their number one wide receiver. They replaced him with that first-round pick at wide receiver and are retooling some of their positions on defense. A big draft class and a lot of hope for Minnesota to get help from their rookies.
Thank you, Mike. And guys, let's face it, the 800-pound gorilla in the room is the whole Aaron Rodgers, Jordan Love thing. And the bet here is that if Aaron is feeling any angst, and it's hard not to take it personally when you're the person, the bet here is that he takes the high road and rises above it. He'll look at it as a challenge, and history says this is a man who loves and thrives on challenges. Isn't he the guy who ran the table? So when it comes to Jordan Love, Aaron Rodgers will do what's best for the team and be the outstanding leader and mentor that he always is. Personal opinion. Anything else for the good of the whole?
Well, Larry, I don't want to speak for yourself or for even Mike over there, but what a week this has been. I mean, this has been kind of uncharted waters for the NFL, both for Packers.com and also the league as a whole. And all things considered, I think the virtual draft actually went relatively smoothly. We'll see what kind of lessons they take from that now as we hopefully go back into some normalcy next year.
All right, that's three guys with three things. See you next time.